Man, you need to see my look. I need to get the bubble one for behind me. It's perfect.
I can see it.
My wife.
Okay, you ready?
I sure am.
Howdy. How's everybody doing?
Super. Thanks for asking.
Two guys, one slot, episode 19. How you doing, everybody? I'm Corey. That right there to my right is...
Bubbas Picks 316.
Good to be with you, everybody. Ladies, I'm going to turn Bubba's mic up just a
Yeah, please turn that up, at least the gain a little bit.
teensy weensy.
We're stretching there.
We're stretchy. All right. All right. Turned up the radio. The first thing, why is that doing that? Wow, that's really strange. I wonder why mine is picking your mic up. Weird. Anyway, we're far enough apart. Good to see everybody. We have got, I do not like that feedback. I don't know why that's feeding back. Turn your mic that way. Yeah, that helps.
Is that gooder?
Yeah, that is gooder, actually.
That's weird.
Super weird. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 packages to open up on the program. Does it sound okay?
Can you guys hear us all right?
Everybody? Tonight we're also going to do... I just don't like that. I don't like how that sounds. Why does it sound like that? Hold on.
Is it still doing it?
Yeah. Let me turn this just back down. There we go. Now talk into your mic.
Check.
Perfect.
Check.
Okay. Sorry about that.
Can I turn it back towards me?
Yeah,
Yes.
buddy. Anyway, thank you for joining us on the Slotmaster 316 on YouTube. You can also watch live at Bubbas Picks 316 on TikTok, and I think we're simulcasting on Twitch. If anybody follows us on Twitch, the Slotmaster 316. We are watching a little K-State, Michigan. Unfortunately,
K-State what?
Bubba and I and the Slotmaster's accountant had KU of 1. We would be in Vegas currently right now.
Yep.
Watching the Jayhawks, but they had to lose, and that makes me very unhappy. Tonight, also, just okay. Could it sound gooder, Beans? Also tonight, we're going to have another rendition of an interview with Jesse James Hollywood. I talked to him... well, basically every day. Tuesday, maybe Wednesday. I can't remember. All of the conversations go together. And I got a good 14 or 15 minute segment with Mr. Hollywood.
I'm excited. Another one that I have not heard nothing. So the first one was so interesting. I can't wait. Can you give us a little preview?
Yeah, we get a little bit more. We talk a little bit about the case, and then we talk about like his day-to-day operations.
Nice.
His what he does every day.
Does he get to listen to this?
You know what? I've never asked that.
There you go. Add that to your list of questions.
He said he has gotten to listen to other podcasts, but I don't know if he's listened to this one.
Got a question from someone in the chat about our merchandise. Does it ship to Canada? They tried to buy some mugs and it said no.
Really?
It should ship to Canada.
I believe it does. Tell that person to a direct message Bubba or Slotmaster 316 on any platform. Try not to be TikTok because my messages get buried in there.
Yeah, message us on like our Discord or Instagram. Those seem to be the two easiest for me to. The other ones, they just get buried, especially TikTok. It's crazy.
Like I'll get a message and it won't pop up in my thing until like 3 or pop up for like 4 days. This is odd. I have another do it. Mama Bean says that he cannot listen to the podcast. So
Damn.
It's unfortunate, but probably gooder. What was I doing? I was so
Should we start opening some boxes?
But I wanted to do this first. I wanted to, because everybody who is in our bracket, my bracket is so horrendously horrible that I don't even know where I stand in the ESPN bracket. That we had 22 teams. Is that how many people we had?
Yeah, I want to go see.
My team is horrendous. Let me look at the leaderboard of the 316 bracket challenge on ESPN. Beans Snorts.
Is she still in first?
Still in lead.
There you go. Go Beans.
Over Holland Oates and Win K1. And Lucky Lenny is in third. My best team is 10th. I Love Jackpot Jackie is in 10th place.
I fell off, man. I was up there. I was in first for a good 16 hours.
My other team, my other bracket, Mama Beans Loves Darts, is in 19th place out of 31 teams, but I think around 20 paid. So I'm going to have to go through that and see.
Why can't I see this?
What's up? So speaking of Mama Beans and her loving darts, you can go to beanslots.com and pick up your Dart 30 merch. It is very, very
it's epic.
Funny. Mine is going to be here Saturday or Monday. And I'll be wearing that everywhere.
Dude, it's so good. I need to order it.
I got you one.
Okay.
It's either Saturday or Monday.
Okay.
I got you a schmedium so you can show off your guns, especially when you're wearing your gray sweatpants.
I'll wear it while I'm mowing.
Yeah, buddy.
That's right.
All right. So since we are talking bracket-ish, let's just give this fella a little bit of a call. Let's see if he picks up the phone. Let's see if this works. If this works, it's this one here, right? Hi, Cody Burton. How are you? You can't hear? And can the people hold on a second? Can the people in the chat here say something? Weird. I wonder why you can't hear it. That's very odd. For some reason, Bubba can't hear it. Now say something.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I'm gonna set the.
Sorry, we're having all sorts of just horrible technical
Turn
difficulties.
my headphones up, please.
Turn me up in the headphones. Turn me up.
Can you guys hear that okay on TikTok?
Cody Burton, how did your bracket go? How have you been doing? I know I see the one that you have, but
No.
I can still. I still have a chance.
I still have a chance.
You do.
too.
I love Jackpot Jackie.
Right. Sorry.
We all do, don't we?
Yes. Sorry, I had the mute button on Cody Burton, but everybody can hear you now, Cody.
Oh.
So K-State currently is winning 38-32 at almost the end of the first half, and I believe when we talked earlier today, you picked K-State. Is that still true?
Yep. I have a parlay going right now. Sorry, I'm on the road. That's why we can only do audio. So
I know. All
trying
the
to look
ladies are
here.
sad we can't see your beautiful face.
I was
I
going to
know.
say, is he any
Sorry.
live bets going on, Cody?
I did before the game started. Here, I'm pulling it up. I did Kansas. I did like alternate spreads. I did Kansas State plus 8.5, Arkansas plus 12.5, and then Tennessee money line. So, I do like Kansas State outright though.
I took Kansas State outright because it was a plus, and by right before the end of the game, or the beginning of the game, they went all the way down to minus like 115.
Wow.
It's crazy.
That line
Yeah, that's what I seen it at.
I took K-State in a 16 parlay that includes some games for tomorrow, but then I took Michigan
Nice.
State in the 4-game parlay for tonight.
So
What's your guys' deal on what's your thought on Gonzaga UCLA?
I took Gonzaga.
I know. I want to take Gonzaga and maybe buy some points, but I think that UCLA is pretty darn good. I was going to ask your opinion on
That's
that.
me too, because I know absolutely nothing about UCLA. I'm just going to be honest.
Well, Illinois beat UCLA, so if that tells you anything.
And
Okay.
Illinois is Cody Burton's team, so he was probably real sad. So you like, obviously, you like Alabama over San Diego, or do you think San Diego is that maybe just not such an easy cakewalk?
No, I'm sold on Alabama. That Brandon Miller dude, he's really
legit.
good.
Is that the dude that allegedly didn't carry the gun or give the gun?
K-State 40, Michigan State 38. About 25 seconds left in the first half. K-State ball. Michigan State will get another possession as long as they get a rebound.
Well, so
I show 43.
Oh yeah, I'm way behind. There we go. See, my Hulu is so far behind. It's stupid.
I have YouTube TV. It's
just dumb. Creighton, Princeton. Who do you like in that game?
God, Creighton, Princeton. Who would have thunk that?
I like Princeton.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I've bet against Princeton the last 2 games, so I might be jumping on that bandwagon.
Well, I hope they beat Creighton because Creighton lost me money, but Creighton's got some shooters, man. I don't know. They could go either way.
Creighton always has really good like 3-point shooters, all the way going back to like McDermott. His kid, the coach's kid, was really, really good shooter, NBA stud. They always and they're well coached. He's a really, really good coach.
He is.
All right, so you took Princeton though.
I did take Princeton in that game.
Okay. Florida Atlantic University, probably the biggest surprise next to Princeton, still left in the tournament. Who do you like in that game?
Who do they play again?
FAU versus Tennessee.
Yeah, Tennessee.
Gotta go Rick Barnes.
You know, Texas, do you think Texas is regretting?
Oh, yes.
But, I mean, they're still pretty darn good, though.
Yeah, but it took them how many years? Should have been a one higher move on, like Bill Self when they replaced Roy Williams.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, they've got so much money, it shouldn't have been that difficult.
I know that $1 billion contract they signed for their TV deal shouldn't have been that difficult to find them a great coach.
Exactly, and it just took them it's like booter speed to get there.
Are you still next game is Houston Miami, way before the tournament, probably 2 months ago. Cody Burton made the bold prediction that he said Houston is going to win the entire thing. Are you still real high on Houston?
Yeah, I'm real high on Houston. I was actually high on Miami too, but I think Houston outlasts Miami as well in that game.
I think that's going to be a good game.
It's a 1 and a 5 seed, and I for some reason don't believe that Houston is a number 1 seed, or Miami's a 5.
What's the line for over under points scored? I might be jumping on the over for that one.
I don't know. I don't have the lines in front of me. Do you have your computer up? I don't have.
I can check real quick.
Yeah, let us know.
I don't have
here. I see
the lines. It's a 2 guys 1 slot podcast with the Slot Master 316 and Bubbas Picks 316, and we are discussing basketball with Cody Burton, the resident expert or so-called expert, and I think he's an expert.
Yeah, he's been
crushing it.
Yeah, and it's not baby bets.
Yeah, these aren't baby bets. These are enormous bets that he places on these things. So if you think that he's not putting his money where his mouth is, you folks are crazy.
How's your guys' brackets doing at home on TikTok and on YouTube? Let us know in the chat. You guys in first place, or is it toilet paper time? What do we got?
Also, actually, the game that just started was UConn and Arkansas. It looks like UConn has an early lead over Arkansas. Who did you pick in that game, Cody?
Ooh.
I bet plus 12.5 Arkansas, but I was looking at the NBA like mock draft. There's like 3 Arkansas dudes in the top 20 in that draft. So I mean, they got some players, but I think UConn wins.
The only reason I know and I like Arkansas, they probably may be coming down off the high of beating KU, but Ricky Council, he was a former Wichita State basketball player. He's one of the top recruits.
He's one of them, yeah.
That Wichita State ever had, and he left there once they fired their coach, and I knew that was going to come back to haunt somebody. and it was a huge pickup for Arkansas.
Man,
So
Cody, right now you could.
Yeah, he's a.
Go ahead.
What's that? No, I was just saying that Ricky Council guy. He's like he's a top 20 draft pick potential.
what were you going to say, Bubba? You can get what?
You could get a little 2-team parlay right now, both juiced. Michigan State plus 175 on the money line, and Arkansas plus 175 on the money line.
Hey, okay.
You can.
So, whoops. Why do I? Okay, sorry. I just keep pressing these wrong buttons. What is going on? Sorry, and I forgot to press record for the beginning of it. But anyway,
Yes, Baby Blues. That is Cody Burton.
it is the Cody Burton.
What up, girl?
That's the Cody Burton we know.
Hey, I see Goonie in here. Maybe you'll know. Did anyone see? I signed on and played 2 games of Fortnite, but I did not see the option for the old map. Do you have to enter the map code? Because I found someone on TikTok who had it, and I screenshotted it.
Yeah, you have to enter that map code for that old school.
That's it.
We'll talk about that here in a minute. Finally, Cody Burton, because we know you're a busy man and on the road. Gonzaga, UCLA. Who do you pick in that one?
I'm gonna go with Gonzaga in that game
Because UCLA got beat by Illinois.
That's pretty good
no,
evidence,
I've seen
man.
both teams play. I mean, Gonzaga is just. I mean, they have the 10-year Drew Timme that's been there like 10 years.
Timmy.
They have a really good. They have a really good coach. They have some other good players. I don't know. I feel like Gonzaga is just always in the Final Four, so I'm just going with that.
Hey, you're right.
Stay tuned, Goody.
The last time WSU beat them, that was really good when they got to the Final Four.
That is pretty good proof, or
research. Is,
Illinois beating them.
Cody Burton watches a lot of games through the year. He knows his stuff, and I greatly appreciate
Throws
it.
these gems out.
Hold on a second. I want to see where I can't pull my phone up. I'll probably ruin something, and it'll just blow up.
Can I just say how comfortable this chair is again?
Yes, it's fantastic. I know, Cody. So where exactly are you? Just in Indiana, in the boonies of Indiana?
Yeah, I'm coming back down from Fort Wayne, Indiana, back home. So
Do you ever get to go to French Lick?
No. My sister actually lives not too far from there. I need to go down there. I need to play some golf, hit the casino.
How's she look? I'm just
What's
kidding. I'm just kidding.
How big of a city is French Lick?
Google her.
Ooh.
It's not too big, I don't think. It's southern Indiana, right?
I don't even know. I just know the hick from French Lick. Larry Bird's hometown is Indiana. That's the only thing I know about Indiana.
He did say it has a slot machine, though.
It does. Okay. All right, Cody. We'll save. So, are you going to be home tonight? Are we going to be able to play to avenge our 3 in a row Fortnite victories with Mags of Foodie and Goonie?
Yeah, I'm about 30 minutes out, so I'll be home
hell
pretty soon.
yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
All right, Cody. Well, thanks for checking in, my man. I greatly appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
All right.
Later,
See ya. Cody Burton there, our resident associate, I should say, in training picks for basketball. Bubba's coming up here. Your time to shine is about ready to happen.
I'm ready for baseball. I'll post some picks like who I think's going to lead the league in home runs, stuff like that. Now, those are long shots, tough to do, but it's still fun to do. I mean, bet $1 on it, if you want. I mean, usually the odds are up there. You can still get a decent return if you hit it, and it's fun.
It is fun. It is good. So, and I greatly appreciate everybody that joined the 316 bracket challenge, because it's a 50-50 split pot. So 50% is going to the first, second, and third place, and then 50% is going to the Mason Miracle Foundation, started by Bubbas Picks 316.
That's right.
I do hear that French Lick has some fantastic golf courses. All right, so let's move. Should we save? This package came directly, and I know who this package is from. This package is from Newman, and it was kind of a rush delivery to get to tonight's show. Should we save that one for last?
Yeah, save it for last.
Okay. First up, this one's heavy. This This one's from Newman also. But he said the one that just got there today.
Okay.
Newman. Newman lives in Illinois. Didn't know that. All right. This one says directly to Bubba, so I'm going to hand this to Bubba. You got your knife, Bubs?
Sure do.
Sure do. Bub's got his knife. He's going to open it up. If you'd like to send us a package and we'll open it live on our show, the P.O. Box is on our website in our description of the YouTubes, but it's also P.O. Box 576, Andover, Kansas 67002.
Oh, okay, yeah. The baseball cards he was sending to me.
Oh, let me see. What'd he get you?
Just some ones that he was about to throw out. He's not a collector. And
Well, where'd he get them?
I can't remember where he said.
I for some reason, I think Newman farted in that package and then sealed it up.
Smells
It's either
like
that
it.
one or this one. Are they any good?
Yeah, they're decent. I was gonna do some giveaways for when we start doing our
Oh,
breaks.
cool. It says, hey, Bubba, if all of your fans were as cool as me. Truth. Okay, yeah, those are pretty good. That's that's an auto.
Yeah.
Okay.
Some numbered cards, some color cards.
George Pickens.
Pickens.
Pickens and Richard Sherman cards. Perfect. Thanks, Newman.
Yeah,
that was
appreciate it,
cool.
Newman.
I'll give those back to Bubba. Next one here. This has like dog prints
Cut
on
it
it.
for you here.
Okay.
I'll cut it, or you cut it.
You shouldn't trust me with a knife, but
I just remember what happened last time we were in KC and you had Coop's knife.
oh god, I about
And
cut
your-
my finger off.
Your leg too. You just went like this.
Or my
remember?
leg, yeah.
And it,
All right.
no, keep it.
Oh yeah. Well, I'll let you open up the next one. Let's see what this kind of stuff is.
We got T-shirts.
Whoa,
Who is this from?
dude, look at this.
Let me see one of those. It
Those
looks
are
like
really, really,
the
really,
same.
really cool. Look at that. That
Oh,
is
shit.
awesome. I don't even know who that's from.
Roxy's Retreat.
Roxy's Retreat from San Antonio, Texas.
We're gonna open it up here.
Dude, that's really cool.
That
There's
is that. I like that koozie.
there's a koozie,
with
just a couple of do-gooders. That's really, really neat. I like it with a slot machine. Roxy's-retreat.com is where you can find this. It looks like she may specialize in dog stuff.
I'm gonna use it right now for my energy drink.
I'm going to use it as well. Ooh, that's a little thing for you can put like your cup holder. I'll put that in
Fuck you, that's badass.
the
man.
Tesla. Did you see that? It's one of those things
Sweet, yeah.
to help your thing from stop sweating.
So I'm gonna do the same.
That is badass. And then this is really, really cool. A shirt. This one might be yours.
This is the XL. What size is that?
That's XL too. That'll fit over my third leg.
Yeah, they're both XL.
I'll take the gray. Do you want the white?
That sounds good to me.
Perfect. It'll give me something to move into. I'll show the fans. It's very similar to what is on the koozie. It's really neat. Roxy's Retreat, ladies and gentlemen. That is awesome. And I like the logo. Look, it's got a picture of Bubba and me, and it says best friends.
Best friends.
She even got I assume it's a lady. I shouldn't assume. Even got your scriff. You can go to facebook.com/ or no, sorry. You can go to Roxy's, ROXYS-retreat.com. Thanks, Roxy's Retreat. I'll post that link to Roxy's website in the description. That's badass.
That's very cool.
I like it. I'm going to put my koozie, my Diet Pepsi, in my koozie.
The sideways thumbs even there.
I know. It's right underneath the crew. That is really, 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 really cool. If there's a mod that can get rid of that person in our YouTube, that would be fantastic. All right. Next package
You said
is from G Eagle.
G Eagle.
Just says Slot Master and Bubba. So I'll actually let you open this one because that's pretty much the same. You want your knife?
Yeah, when you're done. We'll wait for you though.
Here you go. Listening to Two Guys, One Slot podcast, we are opening up gifts that people have sent us this last week. Here, right, meow.
Right. Meow.
Keep your gift a surprise. Unwrap your gift before this. Okay. This is from Sue Ann.
Sue Ann.
I don't know what that's. This is from Sue Ann.
Cody Burton.
What'd Cody Burton
Do
say?
it. He's going to do it. I can't hear that. Barely.
Do it.
Okay, there we go. He's going to text Dylan Dodd, who's a Braves prospect battling for that 5th spot in the rotation, if he can sign his rookie card.
Oh, is he buddies with him?
I think he's from the same town. What
Huh.
up, bro?
How you doing, everybody?
Hey, Lee.
How you doing, everybody?
How's everyone doing? Thanks for joining.
Oh my God, it's a wig.
Is it from
Maybe
Emmanuel?
we can. Maybe no, it's from Sue Ann. Maybe we can get a wig like Pump in this from Sue Ann. LOL.
Pump or twerk?
It says Pump. I don't know.
Okay.
It looks like a Elvira wig.
Elvira.
Do up. And it's got. Okay, go ahead.
God, it does look like Elvira.
Go ahead. Open up what you got, Bubba.
Oh, I think it's the same thing. I think I got one too. We'll see. The carpet's definitely not going to match the drapes.
How's it look? Do I look all right? I feel like Emmanuel.
To use with Miss Tilly and Emmanuel from Sue. Holy shit. Oh my God.
Emmanuel's always doing this. I need to learn from Emmanuel. Emmanuel
And
can style it for me.
Always brushing it.
He is. Sue Ann, thanks, girl.
This is going to be great.
I mean, how hard is Emmanuel gonna laugh? It's the same thing.
We've got to keep it side by side, and then right when he comes on,
And go,
put it on.
Hi, Emmanuel. We went to work. Holler. Sue Ann, thank you so much for the wig. It'll be good to wear with
You get like a
shower cap,
headband thing.
bed head. Yeah, I did.
And then like you get a wig cap
And a wig cap. Yeah.
and something that tells you how to clean your wig.
Yep. And instructions.
I got to put mine on. Hold on.
Okay, and then actually two more packages. We've got a package from
Said package.
somebody else and a package from Newman. There we go. Not sure what happened there. What is going on?
Mine has bangs. What about you, bangs? You want some milk?
I actually kind of like that one a little gooder. Can we trade?
I don't know. I need to see. I kind of like it.
That actually
Damn
looks
it.
good on you. I mean, Emmanuel's gonna shit. Emmanuel's gonna shit.
He's literally gonna take a shit.
He is gonna shit.
Emmanuel's gonna be like, "Oh boy," and then he's gonna shit.
And then he's gonna shit. Oh my God. Just keeps getting into my mouth and stuff.
How
Ugh.
do you chicks do this?
How do you chicks like do this stuff? All right. Next up is a bigger package. It says to Slot Master
Miss Bubba.
from Kelly.
Did your wife send you something?
I don't know. My wife. It's
My wife.
If it is, it's probably
See,
like
I was even like
it's probably a fleshlight.
kind of even matching the
She'll be
my
like,
KU shirt.
leave me alone.
Thanks, Rod. Hey, Rod.
Hey, Rod.
Hey, boys.
Hey, boys. I should probably use the knife to cut away from me and not into me. It's tough being a girl.
It is.
I don't know how Emmanuel does it every night. Emmanuel was out of town for a while. So,
Seriously would love to hang out with him.
He claims he's coming. Whoa, California Highway Patrol.
Whoa.
The chips. Thank you, Kelly. It's a cool patch from the California Highway Patrol.
We should make like a board, and we have people. If you guys want to send us patches or something,
send us whatever. We'll put it up on the board.
We'll start putting the
Thank
patches
you so much,
everywhere.
Kelly. That was so nice of you.
That's cool.
And there's more. It says, she must work for he or she must work for the California Highway Patrol, because there's a mug. There you are, sir.
Chips. Hand wash only. Who washes their hands?
Sorry, I had to take the wig off.
There you go.
Here you go.
There you go.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm
Thank
gonna
you
do
so
it
much. California Highway Patrol. That's really cool. I think there's one more thing in this package. Or not. No, there's more. Ooh, there's two. Bubba.
Okay.
Okay.
Carry this wig.
Let me see here. This is Kelly knows. There's a 2XL for me. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. California Highway Patrol. There's two guys on TV fighting crime for me, cruising down the interstate of life. Thank you so much. That's really, really cool. It's a whole bunch of California Highway Patrol stuff. Thank you. And here's a mug for you, Bubba. I'll just keep it wrapped up.
Back the blue.
Back the blue with Kelly. Thank you so much, Kelly. That was really, 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 really nice. And greatly appreciate your kindness and your generosity with all of the gifts that you guys sent. Sue, thanks for the wigs. Roxy, thank you for the awesome merchandise. Roxy's Retreat. That is really cool. And finally, do you want to open it up or do you want me to open it up?
Let me see it.
You open it up. This one's from Newman, and he said, whatever you do, open it up on live. Bubba's opening up a pick. It's two guys, one slot. What's the note say? You all right? What's the
It
note?
didn't say anything.
Oh, it doesn't say anything?
No.
Hold on, Bubba's still unwrapping the gift. Okay.
I know what it is, but I don't know.
And you know what it is? But you don't get the joke? Or
Yeah. Say anything.
Oh, it doesn't say anything?
No.
Well, what am I doing? Stop. Oh, you weren't there.
Yeah,
you weren't there. You weren't there.
Well, explain. I
It's
wanna hear.
Versace Eros. Cologne. Emmanuel said this was his favorite cologne, and he goes, if Bubba ever put this on, he could do whatever he wants with this. I need to smell what this smells like. This shit is really expensive.
Is it? Let's
yes,
smell it.
very expensive. Oh, Kelly, I'm so sorry. I forgot to read the... Dude, Kelly. A nice donation to Mason's Miracle. Kelly, thank you so much.
Thank you.
She said, I just wanted to share my merch with you. She is a retired dispatcher from the CHP and would like you to thank you for the many hours of entertainment. And also enclosed is a check for Mason's Miracle. Thanks for helping other families. Thank you, Kelly. 209 Kelly.
What is that's who it is? 209 Kelly?
Yeah,
Okay.
thank you so much,
Thank you
209
so
Kelly.
much,
That is
209 Kelly.
So awesome. Newman's gift right here.
Fudge. Oh,
God damn.
It's a squirt.
Wow.
Damn. Okay. Oh, I need to save this sprayed on the wig.
Oh my God. This actually.
I'm gonna have to add it to the collection.
Wow.
Fragrances.
Wow.
Now we're talking, Newman.
Oh, I broke it.
It's a pump.
Oh, and then it just sprayed right into my glasses. Did you see that?
It's almost like a pearl necklace.
Oh, thank God. And
fragrance necklace.
Man, that does smell good.
It does.
You like that?
Yeah.
Emmanuel knows what he's talking about. Mm-hmm. Wow.
Get ready, Miss Bubba.
Get ready. Get ready. Okay, so now we're at the point of the show.
Get ready, sugar tits.
Halfway in, two guys. I know. That was just the tip previously. Now we're halfway in. This is a time in the show when we go and listen to Jesse James Hollywood interview. With that,
let's give a background to you guys. If you don't know about Jesse James Hollywood, you might be familiar with the movie that was made. When did it come out? Alpha Dog, starring Justin Timberlake.
2000. It was before the trial because the movie, some of the jurors got to see the movie.
So it came out right 2000, 2005, somewhere in between there. Check it out. He says that he doesn't think that it. They think that it bashed him. Basically, he doesn't agree with it. Mama Beans also says that the names and locations and stuff have been changed, but you can kind of figure it out if you watch it. Anything else?
Basically, Jesse James is serving life without the possibility of parole in the California Correctional Facility. He was convicted. He says he had nothing to do with the commission of the crime. He was not there, which is true. But the jury found him guilty on that. Because they were saying that the prosecution claimed that he ordered the murder of a 15-year-old boy, Nick. The trigger man who did pull the trigger and actually kill Nick is spending the rest of his time in California on death row. Jesse James Hollywood is saying that he didn't have anything to do with telling these guys to go commit the crime. He has admitted to everybody that he was in fact there for the kidnapping and that stuff, but it was just to kind of scare the older brother of Nick, who owed Jesse money, a debt for drugs. And Jesse is... he says not so much claims, but he has kind of turned his life around since he's in prison. And we talk a little bit about that. In this, he calls me about pretty much every day. So if I'm around my computer, I get to record it. And hopefully the folks in YouTube land can actually hear this whatever you call it, the interview, I guess. Let me make sure that I have the right.
He's pushing for a retrial too. That's what he wants, correct? Because new California law.
Yeah, in January of 23, the California law changed to reflect that you have to be there at the scene of the crime in order to be. So what's been happening is a lot of folks say if you go and rob a liquor store or rob a wherever, convenience store, and the person you just happen to be driving and the person that you're with, I guess commits a murder, kills the clerk or whatever, they kind of had changed the rules. It used to kind of be automatically guilty by association. So, and I do know that this is a controversial topic. I do know that a 15-year-old child did die. Keep that in mind. A jury found him beyond a reasonable doubt guilty of this. He goes into talking about how a lot of the evidence was suppressed and a lot of the interviews were cut short. And we talk a little bit about that right now. It's Two Guys, One Slot podcast interviewing Jesse James Hollywood from prison. Can you hear me? Whoa.
All right.
Sorry, man.
If it cut.
Why does this keep stopping? This should not be stopping. Come on.
Yes, sir.
Oh, my
All
God.
right.
I don't know why this keeps stopping.
Seconds and it comes back on. But anyway.
Why does this keep stopping? I'm not sure why this keeps stopping. Sorry. Hold on just a second here. This thing is it's just been one lousy, just technical difficulty after another. I want to throw this computer out with the bathwater. Do people still do that?
We got a close one in the game, though, still. K-State is up by 6.
Keep talking while
with 16 minutes to go in the second.
Keep talking while we're figuring this out here. Why
Michigan
is this not working?
State with the possession. Oh, 3-pointer. Brick.
Bubba with the
This shit out 30 seconds and it comes back on.
why I don't understand what the hell is wrong with my now it's playing like 10 times. What is going on? Just make it stop. Now my whole computer is frozen.
Also,
Are you doing like what my daughter does and just keeps pushing buttons?
There's no evidence.
Probably.
Yeah, the basketball games are on right now, guys.
Okay, hold on just a second.
Emmanuel, it's going to be a surprise. You have to come back later tonight when
Did somebody tell Emmanuel?
he's in here, yeah.
Oh.
And when those galaxies come a-popping, Bubba starts a-dropping.
Oh my God. Just make this end. Okay, hold on. I think I may have not have fixed it. Oh God, what is going on? Oh, I just want to just like cry when nothing works. What I want to do is cry and cry more.
Cry.
It just keeps trying. So basically what happened is my entire computer, somehow we're still going. I don't know how we're still doing that. But somehow we're still cruising.
I like that Cougars, Alabama.
Sorry. Okay. 2 guys, 1 slot. Let's see if we can work. If this doesn't work, I'll just add it.
We'll just have to post a link in Discord.
Yeah,
so if you're not, join our Discord anyway.
Yeah.
Hello.
What's
Lord.
up? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Oh my
All
God.
right.
Sorry, man.
If it cuts, it should have 30 seconds and it comes back on. But anyway, I want to get right to the meat of stuff. Are you recording?
Yes. Go ahead.
All right. Well, yeah, I think one thing that I didn't emphasize about the movie was that the movie separates the alleged kidnap to make it seem premeditated. And there's no clear sequence of actual events to clarify what really happened. So I think that's a big part of it. Also, this may sound like from a legal perspective, there's no evidence presented at trial that supports that I had intent to kill or that my actions would involve grave risk of death. It's only inference upon inference that you could devise a scenario that I planned to kidnap Nick that day. The evidence at trial supported the equally plausible, if not more plausible, inference that I was surprised and shocked that Hoyt had killed Nick and only fled after I was publicly blamed for the crime and had knowledge that I would face the death penalty.
Well, another thing quickly about the movie is at the very beginning, did Nick really talk to your dad? Is that true?
That never happened. I don't think my father ever even had any contact with Nick ever in his entire life.
Okay, and then
there was no contact ever.
Okay, so then like at the beginning of the movie when he's being interviewed, so that never happened? Your dad never sat down with the producers of Alpha Dog?
Oh, he definitely spoke to the producers and all that, and I think they have this false perception that somehow because my father, I was a fugitive, that somehow this movie has my tacit stamp of approval. They did lure him in and Susan Markowitz and other people. The FBI was on the set of the movie, and ultimately that led to many other things. But the script was already written before they ever talked to my father with a precise rendition of the prosecution's theory.
So like how they portrayed your dad in the beginning, were you pissed at your dad that he did that?
I think definitely we have to look at other people, have awareness in ourselves to put ourselves in other people's shoes. And I think my father, unlike the fathers of many other people involved in this situation, they just ran and told them to blame it all on me. My father, I think, did what any real man would do to try to protect his child in a situation.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
I think it's easy when you're sitting in the peanut galleries to be a critic, But I think the perception that the media has given about it is that somehow this movie is obviously true because he had something to do with it. They had the script written. There was, at that time, I was a fugitive and maybe never be seen again. And they came to him, and my father thought maybe he could spin the producers into maybe giving a more favorable portrayal of me, which didn't happen.
Yeah, I agree with that. So I don't know if you've talked to Lori since then, but there's been some, decent feedback from the first episode or first segment of with the podcast. So again, thank you for sitting down with this. So some of the things that were kind of going on when we were broadcasting your podcast, or questions or things like that have come back is, the biggest question is obviously, why did you run? If you didn't do it, why did you run? And that's got to be a question that you've addressed before, and you've kind of addressed it a little bit since we've talked. But what do you say to kind of the opposite? Well, what if this was your kid? What would you think? That's kind of the feedback and questions that we've got. Not so much.
I think once
I was going to say.
I think once go ahead.
I was just going to say not so much hate, because the thing that I keep saying in our podcast is, yes, a 15-year-old kid did die. And I think the person that is behind bars for life on death penalty or on death row is rightfully there. And you, on the other hand, there is some reasonable doubt that you did not have anything to do with or orchestrate the entire murder.
I agree with you, Corey. I think we didn't have the time, but I went into the tapes that were clearly Casey Sheehan, whose car was used in the murder. He was with Hoyt up until he was arrested, and he was with Hoyt before the murder. And he testified at my trial, the argument between me and Hoyt, and he lays out in this tape. I'm gonna cut to the portions for time's sake, but he says this is a portion of the interview right here. He says about when Hoyt told me what he'd done. Then it kind of sent through my mind what had happened, because at this point I was still unaware now. And now the interviewer, the investigator. Now, when Hoyt told you about this murder, and Hoyt told you different things, specifics about when it had taken place up there, did you ever, in your conversation with him, did he ever indicate to you in some way or fashion that he acted alone, without being instructed or ordered by anybody else to kill? Or did he seem to be angry or blaming Jesse for anything at this time? No. Did he seem more blaming himself? Yes. All right. At any time, did he relate to you that he did this on behalf of Jesse? No, not that I can recall. He says, then he goes into, we're gonna cut into the core of this for time's sake. He says, when we're talking about, we don't even know, the prosecution talked about a debt. You don't even know how really how much a debt is, do you? No, not really. All right. And knowing Hoyt as you do, you think he's going to go out and do something like this for a debt, or do you think he's going to do this for other more personal reasons? He says, I wouldn't say he did it for a debt. He says also it came up in the trial. He said, I got I got to take care of my boys during this time. This is what came out in Sheehan's trial testimony. So he says, going back to, I got to take care of my boys, our family. He says, at the time after this statement, from what you had known in the argument and everything else, did you get the impression that he had acted on his own? He says, yeah. Why do you say that? He says, because of how irate Jesse got. When you find out the situation, then you look back on certain instances. In my mind, 2 + 2 = 4. Then he says, please explain. Meaning that I now thought I understood the argument a lot better as far as why Jesse got so mad. Mad at the fact that it just seemed like he didn't ask Hoyt to kill this kid. He asked Hoyt to go up there and get him and bring him back. That's your feeling? That's your impression? My impression, yeah. Based on the argument, correct? Yes. And based upon your conversations with Hoyt after he finally admitted to you that he had killed Mr. Markowitz? Yes. All right, so your impression based upon everything that happened at that time in reference to Mr. Hoyt is what? Is that was Hoyt took that upon himself. Hoyt went out and finished or solved whatever. Hoyt took care of the situation as to Hoyt's way, not to anybody else's way.
And was that, is that something that was in the trial? Were you able
the tape was brought in. Sheehan was a star prosecution witness for up to 4 trials. When he came in there and the judge saw these tapes, Judge Hill that we have right now, he deemed him a hostile witness. Then he limited the scope of these tapes. While every other tape of all their witnesses was, the whole thing was played to give the context for the jury. But this one, now that there's a guy saying that he did this on his own, all of a sudden we got a hostile witness and he limited the scope. And then during the trial, if you look at the trial transcript, he literally the DA threatened Sheehan in open court to charge him with murder and told him, you want to have a talk downstairs about this, about we're going to renegotiate your immunity deal. So that's how the prosecution worked this case from day one. You're going to jail for murder unless you say what we want. You get an immunity deal to go in there and testify and say what we want. And that's how they worked the case, because they had no evidence from day one and they still don't.
I agree with that. So how much time did he do? Was he, other than
none? These guys did no time. They did no time. Him, Affronti, no time. For Affronti's part in the thing would have been 6 years right off the top. But he did the same thing there. He took an immunity deal to put together their case, and that's how they put together the whole case with everybody, because they had no evidence. Then they went and Susan Markowitz helped to get Presley out of prison early because they knew no one would testify against me. There was nobody to testify. There was no evidence. So they bribed Presley to get out of prison 6 years on a second-degree murder charge, 15 to life, to come testify against me. And he got caught in 100 lies on the stand, admitted to being a liar, admitted to lying to that jury, and that was the only evidence that they had, so-called evidence that they had to use against me that was even anything remotely close to, I wouldn't even say remotely close to proof beyond a reasonable doubt of anything. Right. Except that people were covering their own selves for things that they did, and the easiest thing to do is blame other people for what you did.
I agree. Yeah, so kind of to shift gears a little bit. In this final 5 or 6 minutes that we have to talk, tell me exactly what you're doing on a day-to-day basis. I know that you're training dogs. I know that you're going to college. Can you talk a little bit about that? What's a daily life behind bars for Jesse James Hollywood like? So when you wake up, you go to chow, then what happens?
It's taken me 18 years to get to this point in my rehabilitation, Corey. So it wasn't just waking up and being provided all these opportunities, but thank God, 2015, I decided to stop getting in any trouble, being very careful to not get any disciplinary infractions in here, which is difficult. I surrendered my life to the Lord in 2017. I started pushing that plow and never looked back. And with a few years of doing that, I was able to get to this facility. And they have the Pooch program, which is it's a service dog program where we train to mitigate disabilities. Life at Ease is for wounded warriors, and Life on a Leash is for autistic children. And what we're doing here with the dogs is just the most awesome thing. Such a privilege to be able to train these dogs. The most awesome thing I've seen in all the rehabilitation stuff I've done, which I've done a ton in the past 10 years. But this is so awesome because we get to give back, and just seeing how the dog can change lives. There was a dog here, Bear, that we recently heard the podcast with the mother of the little girl that Bear went to. And the little girl, she couldn't even sleep at night. She couldn't go to school because of her disabilities. She couldn't go to amusement parks, things like that. And the mother told the story of how now the dog sleeps with her 10 hours straight. The dog is able to do cues like lap, which is where the dog gets up on the lap and puts pressure on the thighs of the child to give her, take away her social anxiety. Also the dog with social cues like wave and bow, which is now ta-da is the name of the cue now, where the dog bends down. And that breaks that social barrier in school for her. She's able to stay relaxed in school and to do everything she needs to do in school. And they also showed pictures of her and talked about when they went to Disneyland all day with the dog. And she was just able to go on all the rides and able to enjoy that fun. And most recently, we graduated Maya, who went to an autistic kid in Virginia. And me and my cellie, we spent about a month and a half training custom cue bedtime to uncover and cover the boy. So we spent a month and a half on that, and the GDA people were ecstatic about it, that Maya went to Virginia, was able to go to the client, and was able to do that cue, among others. It's almost 50 cues that we train the dogs, and it's just a real privilege to be involved in.
What type of dogs do you train? Do they have special dogs?
Yeah, the best ones are they're either golden lab mixes, so you'll have black and golden lab mix. You'll have some full-bred golden retrievers. You'll have some full-bred Labradors, mostly black labs. But those are the best dogs for this type of service. Just to give you an idea of my daily program, what I've been doing, Otter, I just got him about a month as of St. Patrick's Day. So he was new, no cues or anything. So the first thing is just working impulse control and management, getting that dependence training so he's comfortable in his crate. At 9 o'clock, I will go get my dog, and we'll probably train from 9 to 11, and work.
You have 60 seconds remaining.
After, and then of course, about 1 to 3 training with the dogs, 7 to 8 training with the dogs, and in between all.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
5 days a week, 3:30 to 5:30. I've got college right now, and then seminary on Saturday. So I'm working around all that. Do you want me to call back, Corey?
I've actually got to get to work.
I'll touch bases with Lori. God bless you, buddy.
Thanks,
and I appreciate your efforts.
Take care.
Take it easy.
Whoa, sorry. Sorry. So that's part 2 of Jesse James Hollywood. And again, it's just it's real interesting. There's lots of players in that. Ryan Hoyt, the one that he was speaking of there, he was the trigger man. That person was the killer, admittedly so. Shot Nick Markowitz, 15-year-old kid. He's dead.
And the movie portrays what, 4 or 5 of them in the gang, kind of.
Yeah, so that's
that are involved.
That's the thing too, is he tries to say it's just that he was like, I didn't have a gang. I had friends that we hung out with. We all kind of sold drugs. There was no gang. Graham Presley, who he was talking about, was on the scene with Rugi, I think so, or Ruggie, Jesse Ruggie. Rugi probably did the most amount of time. He got 11 years. He was at the scene. I think he was a Justin Timberlake character. I think he's the person that put duct tape over Nick's mouth, tied his hands behind the back, and then Hoyt shot him. He did 11 years. That's it.
And he was there.
He was there. He was on the scene. So Graham Presley, who he's talking about, that was the star witness, was supposed to get 15 years to life, and he cut a sweetheart deal with the state and got out after 6 years.
Yeah, that's
so. And the whole argument was, did Jesse know or order these guys to go do his dirty work and kill that?
Okay, I mean, let's say he did. That other guy was there. He wasn't.
Yeah, you can be charged with that type of stuff, and was like, if I tell you to go kill somebody, I'm just as guilty.
I know, but I'm saying if that guy's out of prison, and they both didn't pull the trigger, but one was there, one wasn't. It seems pretty.
You'd think that person would get more time, or at least the same amount of time.
Exactly.
That's Jesse's argument.
That's it.
And the other thing is kind of in the movie, they portray, or it's like they tell them to go do that hit. That didn't happen, according to Jesse. Also, the whole beef, the whole fight that he was talking about at the beginning, I've talked to Jesse about before. He said they were at a barbecue or a get-together or at some sort of get-together when Graham Presley told him that right when he came back that Nick was killed by Ryan. Jesse flipped out. He was like, Ryan was supposed to bring Jesse home. Mm-hmm. Nick was supposed to go home with those guys. That's the reason Jesse flipped out, what he said. And that's the reason I went crazy at that barbecue, or I can't remember. It was some get together.
Okay.
And then right soon thereafter, I fled because I knew I was in deep shit. And he fled to Brazil.
Yeah, and a lot of you guys might not realize that he was out of the country.
He fled fast. His uncle and his dad were providing him with some money, and I kind of got into a little bit talking with his dad. I talked to Mama Bean. She said that he had some really good stories about his dad that I'm going to act or talk about next time. I don't want it to be all like legal stuff. And, some of the stuff, that's the reason he's coming on, is to talk about that and to hope he gets a new trial.
Awesome.
I get that.
I think you're doing great.
Well, we just need to, I want you to sit in it, but it's, he calls around 10 o'clock and in the morning.
Some questions and you're doing fine.
But it's just interesting that he's got this whole thing, this whole life sentence in front of him without the possibility of parole. I think that, I don't even know. I don't even know what.
That is
what
pretty
happened.
Messed up. No parole.
Every single time that we chat, he always tells me to get a hold of this woman. I'm not going to name her, but you could look it up. She was juror number 3. She was the only person who, on the jury of his peers, did not either read the book Alpha Dog or see the movie. She had no knowledge of the case prior to.
I mean, that's pretty messed up.
She said that, as we talked earlier, or he talked earlier, that she was coerced and forced and threatened and she's come forward. He's got a whole bunch of letters that have been written to him from her, saying I was all of that. And
did they make the people see the video like in their hotel rooms, or
no?
Did
they were not supposed to. The movie came out way before the trial. Jesse's trial even happened, like years before.
You'd think that would
he was
be
on
like
the run.
First question that they would say, "Hey, have you seen the movie?" And they would make sure that
they hadn't. Because, they wanted, and the prosecution wanted them to see the movie because that's exactly the script that they wrote, according to Jesse. It's weird that all of these people and all of these things were going. I think you'd think it would be enough to get a new trial at the very least, especially with this new law. But they're not. I think the last time motion he filed, they were denied. It's just the whole thing is extremely sad.
Ask him next time. When was the last time they filed? And does he have another one put in place?
All right.
And is there a limit, like how many times you can file per year? Or
I don't know. He's a very smart fellow. I ask him a question. He sits. He listens to it.
Does he kind of Brother Beans it?
Yeah. When you ask Brother Beans a question, he kind of stares at you for a second, and then will answer it very intelligently. I don't think in the 50 or 60 conversations I've had with Jesse that it's rehearsed. Who knows? Maybe he's a good actor.
He just sits in front of the.
He has
works on his charisma in front of the mirror, like
all he has is time.
Mm-hmm.
There are times like that where he was reading case law. You could hear papers shuffle, and when I've talked to him and haven't recorded, he's talked about I've asked him a question. He's like, man, I don't have my documents on that.
He likes to be prepared.
Yeah. But, there's folks out there that didn't kill anybody that are doing life in prison too.
Right. I mean, you got to kind of hear them out, and if they have facts and they present those facts and it backs up their story, then
yeah,
he just needs to get that second hearing, that appeal. And I'm all for it. And if he's guilty and the facts don't line up, he stays right where he's at.
Right. I'm all for. You just have to. The fact that there's some. I get on certain trials where you can't, like, if it's a prejudice or it's going to taint the jury. I said taint.
Or a precedent.
If it's precedent, it's been set. No, I'm just thinking if there's some things that could potentially I just think that everything should be allowed in court. Why are there things? I guess there's some things that have to be not, but like if you're a domestic violence abuser or whatever, you should argue that should be in court.
Yeah.
The jury shouldn't have a predetermined, oh, well, he got in trouble for beating his wife. He certainly killed her. I don't know. I don't know what to think. I have to always, as I say, remind myself that a 15-year-old Nick Markowitz died in this entire thing. I think the fact that every single juror except juror number 3 saw the movie. Multiple of them read the book and saw the movie.
They could find jurors now that have never seen that movie, and they could provide them with evidence and give him another trial.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's at the very
fair.
least.
That's what they could do. They could give him another fair trial.
Yeah. And there's so many folks that, I'm not saying that, and he's saying he's admitted to kidnapping. He admitted to it. They tried to get him with the most severe form of kidnapping, and he was acquitted of that. He was acquitted of the most severe. He was convicted of one of the forms of kidnapping, but the most severe, he was acquitted of that.
Has he pointed you to any direction on where to read stuff about what really happened? Or is this...
I've just been really, like, when I'm laying in bed at night, I've been reading a lot of the actual trial.
Okay.
And there's a lot of just weird shit in the trial. It's hard to kind of find, though, because, that like early 2000s to like 2009 time period, just think how far we've come in technology since then. So it's just hard to find like good documents on that. Mama Beans has sent me some things. I've read some things. Other folks have sent me some things.
Public library, use that magnify.
Yeah, the microfiche. Yeah, I get my magnifying glass out and read the microfiche. I don't know. It's the whole thing's just kind of fascinating to me, and it came to life when we met Mama Beans when we went to Vegas. So, a lot of folks haven't even heard of this entire thing. I'm sorry, I can't read our chat. My computer's completely frozen. So, whatever you guys are saying, I can't read it or see it. So, I apologize for that. So. The Two Guys, One Slot podcast is going on right now. This is with your host and co-host, the Slot Master and Bubbas Picks 316. You can follow us on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Twitter,
Snapchat,
Facebook. Just search Bubbas Picks 316. Follow Bubba. He needs to get to 5,000.
Yeah.
Subscribing is free on YouTube. Just click that button. Also, if you're watching us live in the YouTube, do it for Al Gore. Lower that chat and hit that thumbs up. We need to talk about a lighter note before we finish. The fact that
okay, I'm finished.
Okay, I'm done. Can I finish? Can I finish? The sun couldn't be done. Okay, I'm done. No, the 22nd day of the month struck again. I got a hand pay. I kept the jackpot streak alive.
That's right.
Raja style. He always says that. I kept the jackpot streak alive on the 22nd. I hit a hand pay with Hank. Go back and watch that video. I'll cut it up. And what are you going to say?
Goonie was asking about the Fortnite mat. Back, ? Exclamation, ? We were supposed to talk about it.
Oh, yeah.
What do you know about it?
Goonie, Mags Foodie, and Cody Burton and I went back to back in wins. And then I read that, or actually today, they had an old school Fortnite map.
It better not be just for
released.
today.
I don't know what it is. I heard or I read that you can get it on console too. I just don't know how to get it.
I signed on. I didn't see any options, but then I went on TikTok and I was searching for people playing live, and a guy had map code at the top, so maybe you can type in a map code. Goonie, do you know, is there a place in there where you can type in a certain...
I don't know if it's a creator did it, because they came out with this whole new creator map thing yesterday or the day before, and this one group from season 2 moving forward, all of the old school maps and the most popular places where people used to jump.
That
which
would be awesome.
I just started playing Fortnite, so I don't really know like the history of that whole sitch. But
Oh yeah, and let's drop to this. The Beans Mansion spin. That was basically just like mine. I mean, considering I think my bet was even higher.
you know, you can never ever get mad. Theirs was $5, wasn't it? Was theirs a $5 bet?
No, it was
Hold
five,
on.
I think it was 5 cent, like
I took a screenshot of it.
$2 or
I took a screenshot. Stand by. You can never, ever, ever get mad. It was a 5 cent denom, $2.50 bet. $2.50 bet. 5 cent denom. They got the mansion bonus based on the saws, and
everything was filled.
every section was filled with a mansion. Here's my bone to pick with that Huff and Puff. That 400 times that they won is on the lowest of the low on what you are supposed to get.
Okay.
Or what the chances of you getting.
So basically got the worst.
They got the worst possible bonus. One of the worst possible bonuses you could get on the getting the mansion, filling the entire screen.
I expected to see a minor coin.
They got like 6 minis or something, or 5 minis. It was a mini party. They won around 800 and some bucks on a $2.50 bet. That's badass.
That's badass, but damn,
However,
usually hand pays.
even Easy Life Jackpot was in there going instant $1,000 minimum.
Yeah.
That's what I think what his quote was in that. And that's true. And even, same was on yours, higher bet.
Yeah.
And you got the man. But you didn't fill the entire screen.
No.
But they filled the entire screen and got $800. I thought when I saw that, I was like screaming down in my basement. I was like, "Oh my god, it's a hand pay! Oh my god!" It's like, yes,
Do it.
why is that not working? What? I mean, what is going on? God,
Do it.
there we go.
Goonie just found the season 4 map.
Okay.
All right. We're going to end this and I'm going home. We're going to play.
All right. I love you guys all. Remember that. Bubba, Bubbas Picks 316. Follow him on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Snapchat. Blah, 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 blah. Follow me, Slotmaster 316 on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Anyway, thank you so much.
On late night tonight, TikTok.
Yeah, we'll be late night TikTok tonight. Our schedule for the casino probably will be, I don't know if I'm going to go live Friday. I'm going to go down at some point.
What?
What?
John, thank you for those fires.
At the casino Friday at some point. Saturday, I'll probably broadcast live. Maybe I might do a Sunday brunch with the Slotmaster.
That's what you need to do. Yeah, I was shocked that you didn't go Sunday.
Dude, I was so tired.
Okay.
I was so tired.
All right, guys.
All right. Thank you so much. Love you. Thank you so very, 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 very much for all those gifts. You guys are the goodest people on earth.